tarot readings. I really need an introductory screen where it just plays music or something for like 60 seconds. Usually it takes about a minute for people to join. And until then, you're looking at my Oracle deck coming in, what, 8 days? Is it 8 days? That seems so soon. I should release it today. Bonita, hello. Snow White. I have not seen you before. Snow White, it's good to see you. Welcome. Welcome, Bonita. Welcome. You can ask a question indeed. In Perfect Harmony. What a great name. I love a card. You can have this card with the cat. You like this card? Unexpected Friends. The Zen Leo Tarot. Hey, how are you? Christine, welcome back. It's good to see you. Amy Leo Goddess, it's good to see you as well. Twinkle Tarot, welcome back. Turner, hello. How are you doing? Picasso's Mistress Tarot. Sid, welcome, Sid. Good to see you again. Hopeful Soul, good to see you again. And Ishtar, good to see you as well. Snow White, new here. Welcome, Snow White. Please hit like and subscribe if you are new. We have 700 videos to choose from. That's nuts. 700 videos. We have courses. We have classes on Lenormand, Tarot. We have all sorts of different things. We're doing the TDM, the Tarot de Marseille, and soon we'll be doing a course. I think I'll start tomorrow, a course on my Oracle deck, which is coming in about 8 days. Jade Mystic, hello. Sage Advice shared. I love that name as well. Rachel, welcome back. It's good to see you. Bradley, welcome. Hello from England. Bradley says, hello back from Texas. Turner, you made it. It's good to see you, Turner. I'm glad you made it. Karen, hello. And Fancy Dress, welcome back, Fancy Dress. Good to see you as well. Let's see. Hello from England. I love insight that isn't mine. Will accomplish great things this year. What is my life purpose? I love the cat. Need a chi card. So cute. I've been subscribed to you for years. Hopeful Soul, thank you so much for the subscription. I greatly appreciate it. Fancy Dress wants a career reading. Let's find out what Fancy Dress, what's in store. We'll do a general career reading for FD. How much will the deck be? It'll be early bird if you get in the first 30 or 50 or something is $35 or $34, and the regular price is $39. $39 is the regular price, and plus shipping, obviously, and all of that other good stuff. So basically that. So let's do a career reading for FD. Zenly Tarot, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. And Snow White wants to know about a Virgo. So let's do this. Let's start out with the Anna K. Everyone loves the Anna K, if I can find it. I always press the deck that I can't find. And then there's that weird delay as I search around for it. I'm legitimately confused as to where that is. Okay, we're not doing the Anna K. I have no idea where it is. That's highly unusual. We'll do the Druid Craft Tarot. The Druid Craft Tarot. It has been a while. The Zenly Tarot, thank you again for your donation. I'll get to your question in just a second. May I have a life overview? No romantic questions for me. Okay. Let's see. Being an inspiration. Oh, cool. All right. So we want to know about a general career reading, and we'll use the Trimmed. Someone posted a comment that said trimming a deck was terrible because the cards go bad. And so I replied that I've had these for 11 years and they still look great. So I'm not really sure. Maybe some cards, maybe particular cards or what have you will be ruined. I'm really not sure. These should not ever be reversed in my opinion. So let's do a general career reading. Okay, we'll do a general career reading 2020 and see how it goes. We do have Dominion card, which is a pretty interesting card coming up there. Career reading. I do believe you're in a bit of competition as far as the career goes. I don't think it's an easy street as far as getting a promotion or getting a raise or getting a bonus. It seems that you are competing with other people. Obviously, from the Five of Wands sort of sneaking up as the first card out of the gate tells me that there is some competition for not only that position, but some competition for moving up or getting ahead as far as the career is concerned. That's going to be sort of a long-term issue as you try to navigate that and try to not only prove yourself, but be a little bit better or be a little bit more noticeable than other people, trying to sort of just move into that space and get noticed and get things moving and get your career sort of up and going. It's going to be a bit difficult. You do have competition for a variety of different things within there. Now, we do have a great sort of working card sort of coming up after that, in my opinion. We have availability of money. In other words, there is money to be made. There is things that you can do to make more money. There are things you can do to sort of be more attractive to in a career, or be more attractive overall as far as earning money and getting the raises and getting bonuses and promotions, etc., etc. And I think you're sort of moving into that space. And I say that because we now have the 2 directly afterwards. This is the worst 2 of Wands that's ever been printed in any deck, in my opinion. It was like they had a deadline and they just had to make a 2 of Wands, and it was their last card. And so they're like, you know what? Just draw a stick figure. Just draw it, be done with it. And they're like, okay, sounds good. But 2 of Wands is such a powerful card. It's such a great card. It gives you that balance, and it gives you the career choices. So I think you're moving into a space that once you get through that competition, once you sort of move through that and navigate the competition, you're going to have a better space as far as getting things going. Ishtar, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate your donation. Get to your question after the other one. But anyway, I think you have that ability coming, and I think it's sort of going to be improving, but it's going to be a slow roll, as they say, a slow roll as we have with this. But again, we're looking at just such a great card. The victory card just coming after the 2 of Wands. We have a lot of different things coming about, and I think you have some opportunities. But yeah, it's that competition thing. You're going to have to sort of navigate your way through that, and that's going to be difficult. In many times, it's going to be rather difficult to get through, but I think you'll be all right. I think it will be okay. Today is Sniffle Day, by the way. Zinli Tarot, when will I be successful? That is a good question. Let's find out with ZLT. When will I be successful? That is a very specific question. When will you be successful at what? When will you be successful at JR? Welcome back, Jocelyn. It's good to see you. I remembered your name. Reese, hello. Mary, hello as well. Lay, it's good to see you. Ashley, it is great to see you. Bradley, welcome back. Sandra, it's great to see you as well. DW Space Odyssey, it's good to see you as well. We have the whole crew here today. This is awesome. When will you be successful at what? I'm kind of curious now. We'll find out from the Thoth. The Thoth will tell us when you will be successful. I'm telling you, I'm going to start playing lottery with this thing. Going to start playing lottery with this thing. Or either that or my deck. I was going to make a video on if you just want to play just the general $2 lottery, how to do that with tarot cards. Do you think that would be popular, or do you think that would get the most dislikes of any video on my channel ever? What do you think? I'm kind of torn. I think that would get the most dislikes of any video on my channel that I've ever done if I actually sort of gave a formula on how to play the cheap $2 lottery with tarot cards. Anyway, that's a side note. I'm always thinking of new videos to make, and I thought that would be interesting, but then I'm like, no, I'm going to get backlash out of that one. I'm going to get backlash out of that one, maybe quite a bit. So yeah, we'll skip that video. I am going to make an instructional video on how to draw the cat, though. I did post that. All right, let's get rid of that. And let's find out when you will be successful career-wise. So, the Four of Swords, moving into this, I think it's going to be something where you're not just going to be burst successful. You're going to have the burst success. I don't think that's going to happen. This based upon the cards. Again, entertainment purposes only. Please never make any career or life decisions based upon a random dude on YouTube reading some cards. Just reading some cards. Don't do it. Use your better judgment. Yeah, it's fun to do things with tarot. I agree. Lady reading tarot for cats. That's awesome. I love that. That's very cool. It's going to be a slow roll, as the Thoth would say. It's going to be a slow roll. We're rolling into good news, though. We do have this, and it is right side up, by the way. I know this is kind of confusing. Right side up, upside down sometimes, if you're not familiar with this. We do have this right side up. This, the ace, really sort of moves into that space of you're on the journey. You're on the journey. But it's not a journey that is going to be a straight line. You're going to have to make curves and adjustments as you go along. It's not a road that you're going to walk on and you're going to stay on that road for the entire time and go straight. You're going to have to curve around. You're going to have to move around. You're going to have to do adjustments. And it could be a lot of different adjustments that you have to make in order to be more successful. So you're going to have to look at those opportunities. It's like when you're driving a car. You don't just hold the steering wheel like this the whole time. You go a little bit this way. You go a little bit that way. And you want to move to Texas. I'm in Texas. Catherine, come on to Texas, Catherine. Anyway, but yeah, so you're automatically sort of just moving that like that. You never hold the steering wheel like this and never move it, even when you're on a straight road, right? So it's going to take some adjustments. It's going to be that. And I think the adjustments that you're going to take, that you're currently taking, are moving you towards a more successful place. You're going to have to get out of your comfort zone, though. The Magician upside down really points me to this comfort zone. You're the master at certain things, and you need to expand your horizons. You need to expand your knowledge. You need to expand the things that you do in order to include other things as well. And once you start including these other things and you start expanding and mastering more items, I think it's going to be better career-wise as far as that goes. You're sort of, sometimes we all rely upon what we're good at. So we've spent a lot of time on skill X, and skill X is we're really good at it. And we never really figured out how to do skill Y or skill Z or what have you. So it's time to sort of expand out. You don't have to master everything, but sort of, dip your toes into the different parts of the pool. If you're on IT, try a different language. If you're doing this particular product, try a different product or try an expansion of a product or something like that. And I think that will lead you to a more successful place. But again, it's going to be a slow roll. It's going to be things that progress naturally, things that you have to sort of move and navigate with it. If you stay on the straight line with the car, you'll eventually hit something. You have to always be adjusting and make these tiny adjustments, and that's going to do you good, and that's going to be more of getting out of your comfort zone, trying out things that are not as comfortable, or trying out things that sort of make you nervous as far as expanding your skills. Maybe you don't know this skill. Let's say you're good on computers and you want to learn the VBA code for Excel, or I don't know. Anyway, but go ahead and just jump into it and try it out. Worst thing you can do is fail. Just don't fail, big. Fail on your own time. Fail when nobody's watching, and that way you can sort of master it on your own time instead of having you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so that's basically it. So get out of your comfort zone. Make adjustments. I think you're on the right track. You have to make tiny, minor adjustments as you go along, just like using the steering wheel in a car. Get out of your comfort zone, and I think you're headed in the right direction. And I say that because the Ace of Coins is really a promising card once you start talking about career. Once you start talking about career, we're looking for things like maybe a 3 of coins, an 8 of coins, an Ace of coins, and we do have the Ace as the second card right after sort of that moving past things that are peaceful, moving past things that are too comfortable, and trying things out that are new. And the more that we try out, the more new things that you sort of play with, you're going to find things that you're naturally good at, or find things that you naturally have an inclination. Maybe you have an inclination towards IT. Maybe you have an inclination towards drawing. I mean, you never know. So just sort of dive in and try some new things and see how that goes. Let's see. Catherine Home. Catherine Home, can you please tell me, safe for me to move to Texas where my fiance is? Well, I don't know. Sage advice shared. Texas is really cold right now, for sure. All right. So Ishtar wants to know, should my cousin keep trying to go for acting career? That's a good question. Let's find out. Acting career. Ishtar wants to know acting career for my cousin. Acting career for my cousin. What would be a good acting career for my cousin? Deck. By the way, speaking of decks, if you don't know yet, this is coming out in 8 days. Link, if you want to keep an eye on it, link in right there. Link right there in the chat. So you can find out more about my Oracle deck. We're having a complete course on this coming very soon. What would be a good cousin would be, I would say, well, we'll do the Hush Tarot. We'll do the Hush Tarot. We just got this. Aquarius Owl, welcome. It's good to see you. Lucy, welcome as well. It's great to see you. Sage Advice Shared. This is a great name. And Adam, hello. It's good to see you. Finally caught one of these while they're still live. Yep. We're not done quite yet. We just started up. We're warming up the Hush Tarot at this point. Laying some cards down and seeing what's going on with the acting career. So my acting career for my cousin. All right. Find out what we have. Well, it's very interesting. So let's find out how to turn off the Hush Tarot graphic. There we go. All right. So what are we looking at here? First thing we're looking at is the Ten of Swords. Not a great start. That's really not a great start. Really not a great start. And then we have the Four of Swords, so taking a rest, taking a break. But then we move into a more comfortable home reading with the Four of Wands. And then we finally end up with the Queen of Swords. Okay, so let's navigate this as far as it goes for acting. Acting, there's going to be a bit of a startup pain as far as acting, especially as a career. It's almost like that you need a lot of different connections, or you need some people to talk to that have navigated that space before and are familiar with that area. It seems like one of the, networking is going to be a key component within that space, or networking is going to be a key component within that career. So it's who you know, what type of availability do you have for jobs? In other words, how often do you see jobs coming up for acting? How often do you see things like that? And it's almost like you need to enter from the side, or instead of entering from the front, like everyone else, sort of enter from the side. And it seems like you could do things like maybe modeling, or something where you sort of get your name out there, that you have some experience, you have that website set up, you have a lot of different things set up already to where you're prepared and you're sort of in the industry but not fully into the industry yet. So it's one of the things to where, again, you have to make those networking contacts. You have to get started, and you have to know people that can get you jobs, and know people that can tell you where to get jobs. And it seems one of those areas as well, to where once you're in, you're sort of in. Once you're sort of in the group, and that way you can get different type of opportunities. So in other words, once you have one acting opportunity, now you have a resume of sorts, and you can move into other opportunities as well. But again, it really looks like is who you know is going to be the most important factor. So networking is going to be a big thing. Networking is going to be a key component. And also, you really don't have to make that a full-time career. You could just do that part-time and dabble into it and see if this is something your cousin can, and see if this is something that they want to do full-time, or see if this is something that they can be successful at. Because the Ten of Swords sort of starting out the entire read is just a little discouraging as far as jumping straight into this as a career, or leaping into this as a long-term solution for money, unless your cousin already has a lot of different things set up, some jobs lined up, people, that will get them jobs, people that will recommend them, people that will hire them, and they have a bunch of opportunities nearby. In other words, how many acting opportunities does your cousin have within like a 10-mile radius as well? Is that going to be something to where there's only one or two, or they're in the middle of California or something and they have 75? So again, it's going to be where the location is, how convenient it is, how close jobs are, how many jobs are open, and things like that. And you see that it's sort of as just a discouraging first card as you get the Ten of Swords as the first card out of the gate. And then we're moving into the Four of Swords, almost like a rest, or taking a break, or leaving that once some failures occur. So it does look like that's going to be a hard start. It's going to be very difficult to get into. Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be difficult to get into. There's a lot of factors that are going to be interfering and stuff like that. But again, once they're stabilized, and this is sort of where we're at with the Four of Wands, once we're stabilized and comfortable in that space, it's easy to get different jobs, or it's easy to get other opportunities. She doesn't have the time. That's her problem to visit. Yeah. So again, it looks like a hard start. It looks like a difficult beginning. It looks like something she probably wants to dabble in before she gets really serious with it. But again, if she doesn't have time, that's going to be another difficulty as well, pointing back to the Four of Swords, where taking a rest from it would be beneficial until you have time to jump into it more seriously. Because, yeah, if you're rejecting jobs as well, then that's going to also be something to where those people may not want to call you again if they get enough rejections type things. Anyway, so good luck with that. JR, general career with my husband. Let's try that. Thank you, Jocelyn, for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. General career for my husband. All right, let's grab some water real quick. Will I receive money from an inheritance? I hope so. That sounds like a good deal. All right, what would be a good one for that? We'll go with the Golden Tarot. Do some unusual decks today, some that we haven't done in quite some time here. And the Golden Tarot, it's one of my favorite. I actually trimmed this. It has these beautiful golden borders, and I trimmed it, which was a mistake. I can throw that down. I can say, I made a mistake. I should not have trimmed the beautiful borders off that, but they were cutting me. I'd be trying to shuffle, and they were literally cutting me. Dragon of the Dawn, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. What is the most important message for me from the Spirit at this time? We'll check that out right after this. All right, find out what's going on with this. Well, that is quite unusual. That is quite unusual indeed. Yeah. Why am I doing a completely different deck? All right, we need one more card. We need a combo card. A combo card is going to link these two queens, because I'm kind of curious as to what is going on with that. All right, so the queens are leading him to something. General career reading. All right, we have a lot of interesting things going on here. One is the Ace of Wands. I think that he has the opportunity to chase something as far as a career is concerned. Chase an opportunity, or chase a job, or chase something. There's something really obvious waiting for your husband, basically. Something really obvious waiting for him as far as career goes. And I think it's super obvious. He's not wanting to just dive into it. He's not wanting to go for it. There's excuses, there's things, but it's time. Again, entertainment purposes only, by the way. Never make any career decisions based upon a random dude on YouTube reading cards. But he does have this opportunity that's been sitting there. It's almost stagnating. It's just sitting there. And he hasn't really chased it. There's excuses as to why. He has excuses in his head as to why he doesn't want to chase this. But in reality, this is going to be a good thing. This opportunity would be a really good thing. We have the Ace of Wands, means go chase it, go get it. Do the Aries thing and just dive right into whatever that opportunity is. The Ace of Wands really started pointing to that. And you see the person is sort of just going into the rest of this reading, going into the rest of the reading. By the way, the reading gets more interesting after that. So moving into the rest of the reading. So it means chase that opportunity. Don't delay anymore. Don't make any more excuses. Just go for it. So we do have two queens sitting here. We have a communication, the Queen of Swords, coming into an emotional thing as the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Swords points me to that he does have a communication from a woman at work about something that's available, or about something that he can do that's extra. When I say that available, I don't mean that there's this brand new job that just blossomed up. Okay, let's see. All right, it's something that blossomed up, or there's some grand opportunity that just amazingly got there. It's something that it's not an amazing opportunity. It's something that he can find. Does that make sense? So it's not given to him. It's something that he can go find and he can discover. And once he discovers that, he's going to get a communication. Again, the Queen of Swords. There's a female within the job that will bring the news basically to him about this opportunity or about this extra thing that he can do. And again, it's not this golden opportunity. It's just something extra that he can do to get attention, or something extra that he can do to get notoriety in a variety of different ways from different people. And I think that will lead us to the Queen of Cups. In other words, there's multiple people involved here that will lead him to something that is a new adventure. We have the Fool, lead him to a new adventure, or something that is really going to sort of launch some different opportunities for him, and it's really going to be a good thing as far as that goes. And the Four of Coins. The Four of Coins a lot of times points to, I'm going to hold on to this money. If you look at just the Rider-Waite-Smith graphic, I'm going to hold on to this money, and I'm hanging on to this money. But it's also getting that money, or getting the opportunity for that money. And Four of Coins a lot of times means to me that you received that money, and that's why you can hang on to it. Angel Moonlight Tarot, thank you so much. I appreciate your donation. We'll get to your question right after the couple more. So we do have that opportunity. Opportunity is going to lead towards more money. It all sort of starts, again, with this person walking in. There's something that he could be doing. There's something that he could be, an initiative that he could be taking at work or at the career wise, and he just hasn't done it. Again, excuses. It's time to go forth and do that, and it's going to lead to this new adventure with these two people, with a communication and more money, basically. So that is the reading. I hope that resonated, and hopefully that resonated, and you can sort of launch into that and see how that goes. All right. Thank you, everyone, for your donations. So that would be acting career, we did that, and general career for my husband, for Jocelyn, and Dragon of the Dawn, thanks again for your donation. Let's see, what is the most important message spiritually? Try that. Let's see, D40. Message from the Spirit. All right, let's find out what the most important message from the Spirit is. The Light Seers Tarot will shine a light on that, by the way. Let's see. Will my ex leave me alone? Yes, it did. Thanks so much. Cool. All right. The Light Seer Tarot will shine light on this from the Spirit. Hopefully find out what is the most important message from the Spirit. And we'll check that out with some random cards here. And we'll do 5. We'll do 5. See if the Spirit has a lot to say today. Hopefully, the Spirit has quite a bit to say. The Star. All right. Chariot. Ace of Cups. So this is going to be general for the Spirit. Make that go away. And we're good. Cool. So, the most important message from the Spirit. The Star. It's time to rely on messages. It's time to start listening to messages. Your inner voice a lot of times has stopped you from receiving messages or receiving things from your intuition. The voice goes on and on. The voice goes all the time. It's time to look into a deeper voice, or try to get rid of the rambling, random voice that we have throughout the day, and focus on the Star, focus on the messages from the Star, or from the different spirit almost guides that you have that are guiding you. I believe that you have a particular guide that has been talking to you, that communicates with you, and that lets you know different messages over time. Sometimes the guide is there, sometimes the guide is not. A lot of times you sort of confuse the guide with just your random inner voice, but it's time to separate those and focus on the Star. Focus on getting in touch with your intuition, getting in touch with the guide. This could be through meditation. This could be through just being quiet, making the voice, inner voice that talks all the time, just sort of settle down and listen, and truly listen. And I think your guide has some things to say, one of which is something to do with the Chariot, or moving or traveling. There's something about traveling, there's something about moving that's coming up, and it's going to be important to listen to the guide and listen to your intuition about this, because when you do this traveling, there are some disadvantages, or there's some traps basically within the travel or within the move that you need to avoid. And these are going to be critical for you, because when during the move or during the travel, these things are going to really be a hit, not only emotionally, but possibly financially. There's some things that you need to avoid, some things that you need to watch out for. And they're not obvious. This is something that you're going to sort of run into after you start or after you sort of transition into that move or into that travel. And once that starts, you're going to be, oh no, you just know that you made a mistake. Basically, you made a mistake and you wish you could have redone that. And I think your guide will guide you through that, no pun intended, and let you know about these things before it happens, and let you know about these particular gotchas that are involved with the situation before it happens. And that's going to be a big benefit to you because you won't have that disadvantage. And I think it'd be obvious as well once you finish this or once you move forward with that travel or that opportunity that it's going to be, you avoided that and that was correct, and it was a trap and you needed to avoid it, and things sort of worked out because you listened to your guide or you were in tune. So again, work on meditation, work on listening to your guide, work on that inner voice. And again, a lot of times it's going to be something that you've heard before or somebody that you're familiar with that just has a voice, and you need to listen to that. It's going to be important. So the Page of Cups, again, I think you can be more in tune with that, as well as be in tune with sort of your counsel, the counsel experts. That's where we get not only your guide, but we get some people that you know, or some people that you trust, some people that you really respect, even people that you don't know or people that you trust throughout history, like Einstein or, whoever you sort of model after or whoever you really respect. And you can get a quiet mind, or you can get in a quiet space, and you can have those people available, and you can have those people as a counsel just sort of sitting around you, and you listen to what they say, and they'll say a lot of very interesting things, a lot of wise things in a lot of ways as well. So your guide will sort of bring you into that space and into those opportunities to do that, to have your own inner counsel, to have your own place where you can go and get guidance from a variety of people and a variety of things. So the Two of Swords sort of open up. Be open to this. Be open to, just listening to the voice in your head and working on communicating with your guide and working on finding that enlightenment that you need, because a lot of situations that you're going to come into, for example, the travel and all that stuff, are going to be helped by your communications. They're going to be helped by that intuition that's within you that a lot of times is difficult to really tune into because of daily life, daily stresses, medications that affect you and things like that. So, and health and all that. So just, so get in tune with that. And that is what the spirit in the tarot cards is least would say. All right, what's next for my career? Maybe a general reading on Scorpio. Any insight into my divorce? Let's see. Let's find out. AMT. Any insight into my divorce? I would say, let's go to the love screen, but this does not sound like this would be a good love screen. So we'll stay on the main screen, and we'll go with the Golden Wheel Tarot. Very bright, very bright. And find out about that. What's next? My career. May have a general reading on Scorpio. May have a reading my direction go with my business. What are the next steps I should take? Harmony Angel. And I know Aquarius Owl wanted something about your health. Aquarius Owl. I was raised in San Antonio in Texas. It does get cold. MS is very cold too. Oh yeah, imagine. Yeah, Texas. I don't know what's going on here. It's cold and it's rainy. And now my house is leaking. So I got people coming tomorrow to fix whatever's leaking. It's coming off the roof. It's not a good thing. It's a brand new house. Should not be leaking. I don't like it when a new house leaks. Okay, so let's find out any insight into my divorce. Two of Cups. What's going on with that? And the Ten of Swords. That's even odd. And the Page of Swords. Okay, so we're just going to go with this. What's going on with my... Are you fully divorced yet? Is this a situation? I'm asking because the Two of Cups sitting here is the first card. It's really odd as far as what's going on with my divorce. It seems like the divorce is, I'm assuming, still in progress, but are you separated or are you still together? The Two of Cups is such an odd card to start out a question like, any insight into my divorce? Basically, it's almost like the divorce doesn't happen. And I'm saying that because the Two of Cups, the Page of Swords, the King of Cups, and then there's the bad ending of that. But it's almost like the divorce is being delayed, or almost like the divorce is being drug out, or drawn out, or your spouse is trying to make the divorce not happen, trying to keep that Two of Cups sort of time frame. Husband's energy, since I insisted, no contact. Okay, so that would make sense then. The Two of Cups, he wants to keep the marriage going, or he wants to keep the divorce from happening. He wants to keep that connection. The Two of Cups, I really think that he doesn't want the divorce to happen. He wants to reconcile. Is reconciliation possible? And again, I ask that because of the Two of Cups. We can throw down some more cards here because it's such a weird place to be as we sort of roll into a divorce reading of the Two of Cups. One person doesn't want the divorce. One person wants to hang on to it. And then we have the Six of Cups, another emotional connection thing. But yeah, he's going to give you a lot of problems. Going to give you a lot of problems trying to get this going or trying to get this moving. Again, if he cut that off, if you're separated, I think he wants to reconcile. I think he wants to work it out. Going to be a situation where he's willing to change. He's willing to fix things. He is trying to remedy the situation. He's going to work very hard to get that remedied. He doesn't want that to ultimately happen. However, the Ten of Swords at the end say that ultimately it does happen. Ultimately, you do get the divorce. So if you're asking, will you get the divorce? He's definitely going to delay it. He's going to fight tooth and nail to try to recover everything. He's also going to try to bargain with you as far as this is concerned. So, you're going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to deal with him trying to bargain his way back in, trying to apologize his way back in, trying to wait and delay and to see if you change your mind. It's going to be a lot of drama as far as the divorce goes, unfortunately. The Page of Swords, the King of Cups. Again, we're looking at the Page of Swords, sort of your position. You're trying to get that communication out. You're trying to get things started. You're trying to move that forward. The Page is also about communication. The Page delivered messages in the court. The Page of Swords is going to be something to where he's going to try to, or you're trying to get that message out. You're trying to get that communication started. And in a page type way, not only with a communication, but trying to get it into, just trying to almost just force it in a lot of different respects. And the King of Cups, he really wants to keep the emotions that he had. He wants to keep the connection going. Again, we've seen that from the Two of Cups again, but the King of Cups, he's really going to make a stand on this in a lot of different ways. He's going to try to prevent the divorce going through. He's going to try to prevent things sort of moving forward. And in a lot of ways, he's going to try to bargain with you. The Six of Cups, he's also going to try gifts. He's going to try to, keep it running as per se. So basically, if you're asking me what's going on with the divorce, it's going to be delayed. You're going to have to deal with him bargaining. If you're willing to go back in it, I think he is accepting of that. It doesn't sound like you are because you initiated the divorce. The Six of Cups, you're going to have to negotiate with him as far as that communication. It doesn't seem like that you're going to be able to just raw communicate it like, here, this is how it goes, this is what we're doing. You're going to have to get with his emotions and explain it and have him understand it almost before it sort of goes through. But the Ten of Swords, it does go through. We have the finale, the final ending. Things sort of end in a way, and it's not going to be good news for him. Maybe it'll be good news for you, but it's definitely not going to be good news for him. The Ten of Swords say that we do have a definitive ending, though. So if you're looking for, will this go through? Will this sort of move forward? Yes, it will, but at a delay or at a bargaining and a negotiation phase that is going to happen before that sort of gets started. But very unusual. Again, definitely not something he is thrilled about in the least. Let's see. So let's do one more reading and wrap it up. Let's see. What would be a good reading here? I was raised to San Antonio, Texas. Okay. What is causing my health problem? Oh, that's going to be tough, but we'll go for it. I do like the tough reading. So DP, thank you for your donation, by the way. What is causing my health problem? All right. By the way, this is entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only. In no way am I a doctor, nor do I play one on TV. And what I'm about to say is for entertainment purposes only, and I'm going to give you a general guide as to what the tarot says about different health things. But as far as health related matters, you should always see a doctor and have the doctor diagnose and assist with that, because the doctor is the person that knows these types of things, not a tarot deck. So, but we'll go with it and find out what is happening with the tarot. What is causing your health problem? By the way, in case you wonder, this is the Anna K. I did finally find it. And speaking of finding things, hopefully we'll find out what's causing your health problems. So we can look at different areas of the body. We can look at different things as far as intakes are concerned. In other words, eating and drinking and all this other stuff. But definitely can't find a definitive answer. Please see your doctor. I know I said that 100 times now, but I don't want to get sued. Thank you very much. All right. Aka, hello. How's it going? Natasha, welcome. Good to see you. Mary H., welcome back. Priya, welcome back. And Lucy, it's good to see you as well. Amy, Leo Goddess, Angel, like Moon. Okay. Kay, I haven't seen you before. Welcome. Harmony, Angel. All right. So what is causing the health problems? We have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups. That is great news. That is definitely not going to solve the problem of what is causing the health problems. Then we're moving into the Knight of Cups. So we have 3 cups. That would point me to, again, we're going to be very general, very vague. That would point me to drinking or drinking intake or emotional things. Find out if there's anything that you have that is dragging you down emotionally. Do you have depression? Or do you have thoughts that drag you down? Thoughts that bring you into the emotional realm of the darker cards, or sort of the gloomier cards that we have here. It was like your life went from this great, beautiful place into sort of a darker place as far as emotion goes. So maybe you had an event or something that sort of drug you down a bit, or sort of dragged your emotions down with it. And a lot of times that can affect our health, and that could be a possible thing that we're looking at. The other thing, we have 3 cups in a row, which again points me to what are you drinking, or what things are you drinking? Is there anything as far as healthy drinks or healthy solutions to drinking that you can do? In other words, are you drinking, a 6-pack a night, or, what is the intake as far as liquid is concerned? Again, because we have the 3 cups. So I would point to emotional, going from a good place to a bad place. And that's going to be something mental. That's going to be something that you have to work on mentally to get out of the bad place and into a better place as far as mentally goes, or emotionally goes. Do you have anything in your head that plays that tells you you're terrible? Do you have anything in your head that plays that tells you things are bad, that bring about that gloom? If you can do something about that and have a more positive outlook, or have something that cheers you up, maybe watch some comedy shows, things that make you laugh, things that make you cheer up. Go on, some free things like just walk in the park, or, well, not now, it's winter, but you know what I'm saying. Go to things that you enjoy, find things that you enjoy, find a hobby that you can enjoy, and sort of get into and really sort of calm down as well for that. Maybe meditation, maybe anything that would bring about a better emotional state. And again, watch what you're drinking. Figure out, am I drinking something I don't need? Am I drinking something that is affecting my health? Was I drinking anything in the past that affected my health? That's basically all I see with this. We see a knight to a king, which seems to mean a progression. It's almost like things are getting worse. We're going from this good down to a gloom, and we're going from a knight to a king, meaning the darker cards are progressing up from a knight to a king. So it seems like things are getting a bit worse. And then we come down to the last thing, to where you're fighting something. So that sort of brings me, are you fighting a disease? Are you fighting something in your body? Is your body in conflict with something? Because the 5 of Wands is a conflict card. It's almost like things are dueling out. It's also called defeat as well, but I'm sorry, defeat is the swords, but it's a fight card, it's a combat card. So look for things. Is there something in your body that's conflicting with something else in your body? You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you have a medication, this medication is conflicting with that medication. Obviously, you may want to ask about that if you're on multiple medications. Try to figure out if one of them is conflicting with the other one or what have you. Ask your pharmacist, doctor, what have you. Anyway, that's all I really see for health-wise. Again, this is just tarot and just general reading for trying to figure out health, but a lot of times it's sort of difficult to drag some very specifics out of tarot. You can do that a lot of times with the planets and the signs and what have you, but when health comes about, it's really difficult to sort of navigate some of that around as far as that goes. Anyway, I hope you get better. If you're doing bad, I hope you get better. And hopefully, something I said will guide you in a general direction that you can talk to your doctor, physician, or pharmacist, or whatever about. Anyway, thank you so much for your question. I greatly appreciate your donation, David, and I hope everything gets better. Anyway, thank you all for watching, by the way. And that is the last question. I'm here every night. If you did not get your question answered tonight, come back tomorrow or the next day. I'm here every single night. So thank you for joining me, and I greatly appreciate you watching, and have a fantastic evening.